It's the switch up, baby.
Yes, sir, yes, it's your boy DJ Switch, the Mixtape King. If you don't know, now you know, suckers. We're still hanging out in Cape Town, the O2 Kapa, you know, Dangrak Mal, you saw. Yeah, man, we're just hanging out with some artists. We did shoot your shot out here, and it was super, super amped up. And, yo, it's just dope to go around the country and see the different acts, man. You know, I've just been thinking throughout this whole tour, like, the talent is out there, and we're just trying to find out what they are doing wrong to get it right. And of course, this is one of the platforms to help them get there so they can use it as content and tell people their story before they blow up. And that's the best part. Because sometimes when people are too blown up, you know everything about them. So like know the underground story and then, well, the come up story, and then know the story when you're out there. We're hanging out with none other than Samora Magwa, winner of, not winner, I don't know, what do you say? Because now you see, I looked at this thing. It's the wrong thing.
What does it say?
You said it was the winner of the 2023 winner of what? The Cyphers.
When you were in Cape Town, the Cyphers. I won that.
Oh,
Yes,
you won the
sir.
shoot your shot we did
Yes,
last
sir.
year. Not, you see, that's what I don't understand. You
I
see.
won that one, and then I went to Joburg.
Yeah, but
Came
you need
second.
to correct this thing, man.
What is
this
written there?
This is the wrong thing. It says that DJ Switch put me 2023.
Ooh, Nkosi yami.
Put you where, bro?
Nkosi yami. Put me on, Switch.
No, dog.
Put me on. You need
That
to
was
put me
shoot your
on.
shot. That was shoot your shot 2023.
I shot my shot, and you saw me.
No, you won the Cyphers. You won the money Cypher.
Yeah, so I shot my shot, and you saw me, and then you put
My
me
man,
on a
I
Red Bull
have-
platform.
I have this
in
guy
Joburg.
to tell me. He's my other man here.
Tabang, please
My
tell
man,
the people.
What is
So-
this thing? Look at it says here. What is it?
Ario.
Yeah, exactly. Ario. All right, bro. So since it's been a year, since we've been, well, let's say just under a year since we've been back in Cape Town. You know, it's the first time I met you then as well. You came to our workshop. You started implementing a lot of things because I started watching you. Because, you know, that's the great thing about this podcast is I get to connect with you guys on the ground and start watching you online to see what you'll actually start doing. You know, we've also got the likes of, coming next week, we'll have Tall Ricky, he's big on Facebook. I see him. He's kind of like a hood star. Right, so he's doing his thing. We also had last week we had Meili, and we had. Do you know these guys, Three Face and C?
Yeah, I know all of them.
Three Face, you know them?
Three Face.
Yeah, Three Face and C. Not Meili and Torik. You know those guys.
Unfortunately, apologies, because usually
The corporate now.
apologies. No. Honestly speaking, I'm usually really tapped in on the ground because I love working or
Sure.
collaborating with.
Well, I mean, the company you're working for is working a lot on the ground.
Yeah.
Just don't mention her name.
So I love collaborating with artists
Right.
within Cape Town. So eyeing out new talent or fresh
Right.
talent is something that I'm responsible for. So apologies to the gentleman.
Yeah, Three Face and them. Don't worry
Yeah.
about them. You, if you saw, you would have known them, right?
Yeah,
But
no, I'll check
what changed since we incepted, like since our inception into your life? Like we've been talking a lot, mentorship, that kind of stuff. Watching what you're doing. Obviously, yes, you got to come to Joburg. You got a different type of experience of Joburg. Was that your first time?
Nah, I've got family in Joburg.
Oh,
I go to
yeah,
Joburg
you said.
every second month.
But also that event was too nuts.
Yeah, the event was lit.
And then you got eaten by Thomas Xavier.
Unfortunately, I didn't study the bra, and I came there with my Xhosa clicks, and Joburg people were like, I know, this is not what we are all about, but now I see people using the clicks in their lingo now in Joburg. But yeah, I went to Joburg, didn't study how everyone is moving that side, and
Yeah.
I saw Xavier. He was actually amazing.
Fine.
Yeah, so after that, after meeting you, I had an opportunity to collaborate with the likes of Xavier, just to basically see how we can share our knowledge
Sure.
and
Sure.
and share our music. So it's actually been a nice platform for me to.
Another question is, did the Shoot Your Shot platform help you? Did it work for you in your favor with networking with other people, understanding better? Because we come there with the idea of sharing knowledge. Like we work on a very each one teach one
Yeah.
platform or basis.
Yeah.
A lot of people still don't know this music industry as they think they do. They just know that we're making music and hopefully we're gonna get a deal. And that's not really the case in South Africa.
So, being based in Cape Town, you kind of understand that there isn't really an industry in Cape Town. There's just like a scenery where there's someone hot at this moment, and then they.
How is that
trickle.
possible?
There's no industry. There's no industry.
There's youngster now. There's Jimmy Nevis.
So youngster Jimmy Nevis use Cape Town as a home, Joburg as the office, right? So DJ Switch uses Cape Town as the home. Joburg
I
the
use it as a
office.
holiday.
It's a-
Well, actually, I use it
you
as
get-
everything.
You get me.
I might
So
just use it for my bedroom.
if you saw it as a place that has an industry, you
Right.
probably would have pivoted and wanted to be in Cape Town, right?
Cape Town, Kaapstad.
Kapstad, whatever you call it. So me going to Joburg and being part of a platform like the one that I went to, it kind of showed me that there's a lot that we still need to learn. And coming to your workshops is always a refresher for me. I always go to those kind of workshops and I always want to know what's fresh, what's new, how can I fix my
Sure.
media kit,
Right.
let's spell stuff wrong. You know? So I'm always
Exactly.
I'm always tapped in when it comes to trying to understand the climate. So going to Joburg and being a part of an event like that actually taught me that there's still a lot to learn
Yeah.
about the industry itself and how do I get myself ahead.
I mean, you already won up. You've got a EPK, which is a media, electronic press kit.
Yeah.
Bro, the artists that have been walking in here, I'm like, hey, you're just giving me words. There's not even a picture or nothing.
Unlucky on their behalf, but I think it's something that they're gonna learn. I mean,
But
they
I mean,
need-
we've got AI vandaag, mos.
yeah. Do they know AI?
Oh, come on, man. If you use a phone, you know AI.
Yeah, but no.
Even my young'un schooled me on AI. They were the Canva way. He said, hey, my man, carve this thing. Hey, we're pushing out shit like fast. That's what AI is to make your life easy. Just like having a computer.
Yeah,
You understand?
That's why there's the importance of internet. You know?
But people carrying like they don't have internet.
Yeah, no, you need to have internet. You
But I
need-
know people in Cape Town, they sleep on the internet here. Shit.
Yeah,
They
so-
if you can't do without it, you're nothing.
That's true. That's true. Because I mean, if you have knowledge, right,
Right.
you can create things like your own media kits. You can know what spaces to go into. Amandu, they just buy data just to speak to their girlfriends
And send
nowadays.
nudes, right?
And send nudes, and
That's
then
what's up.
they don't really educate themselves about how to become a better artist, how
Right.
to sell themselves
Right.
as a brand.
Right.
So that's what is very important in the culture, especially in Cape Town, so that people can get ahead and also try and put themselves out there, not amongst each other,
Yeah.
but into the digital world, so that someone in Joburg can see what they're up to.
I mean, I asked you this question because, we're doing these workshops, and for us, it's got to land. You understand? It just can't be a workshop and us traveling all the way, to Durban, Cape Town, Polokwane, where else we go? The Val, doing one in Joburg. After we did Cape Town, we went to Joburg and did our last one. And, we weren't trying to go out to like Mafikeng next year. Mafikeng, Rustenburg, Mpumalanga. Where else can we go? East London. We haven't been there yet. So, it's important that we go there, but not just to host an event, but to say like, hey man, listen to what we're saying. And look, not everybody's going to listen. We know this. Because as much as you're an artist, you feel entitled because it's like, but switch me, I'm here just now. I have all the kids next to me. When are you a groot man? You're old, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, but bro, you don't have the information.
Yeah, that's true.
It's one thing to have the music, but to have the information to really make a success from it and to make the coin, then it's a problem. But if you have both, the music and the information, you can't be stopped.
Okay, I know it's not my platform, but I've got a question. Like from the workshops, do you have names that you feel like, okay, cool, out of those workshops, this is what we got out of them, and this is where this individual is
Look,
currently?
I mean, when we come and host Shoot Your Shot, we basically come in to scout. We come in to scout the talent.
Yeah.
The performances afterward is really just for
show, yeah.
for show.
Yeah.
To see like, we're putting you on. We know we know you guys are not on stage. We know for a fact
Would it?
that you're not doing performances,
Okay.
right? Some of you are not performing
Okay.
because we can tell you you've got numbers, but when you can't perform.
Okay.
You've got great studio music, but your stage presence sucks. It's actually quite cuck. You know what I mean? And then we say, okay, sharp. Now we look. So what we did is I incubated Thomas Xavier,
Yeah.
right? And he got into Back to the City stage.
Yeah.
So we would speak a lot and talk about building up. I would speak to him. He would win the ciphers. Then we watch his performance because we give him enough stage time. Because stage time is practice.
Yeah.
As small as an event is, it's a very powerful place for people to come, get an opportunity to perform, and then use that as a catapult. Because you can use it as a content. The thing is, you can use it as content to show other people like, hey, I was performing here. And what's going to happen is, just like everybody else, they'll go onto social media and brag about it. Because it gives you bragging rights. Imagine if I just give you a poster, but I don't give you the individual. Where's my individual one?
Honestly speaking, I feel like it depends on the kind of individual that you
Right.
are, right? So I grew up in a soccer academy background, right? And I've always been a
So
team
what
sport.
happened?
So I had to choose between studies or football. And I chose studies.
And you studied?
I studied journalism, but then ventured into marketing. So
Hey, soccer's even tricky.
yeah, it is tricky. So
You should have gone and played
but
for Royal AM though.
I could have. I should have.
In actual fact, you could have been a star player even.
You know, I could have. But I
That's
chose.
that's his men's team there.
Ne? Unlucky one.
Because we went to Durban and we were like, no, Royal. They were telling me, no, Royal M is from here.
Nah,
Mom
no,
Keys is here.
Nah,
Because we were driving on the road and we just saw Eurus there getting transport from
the
Josie.
team is from Bloem. They just stole Bloemfontein.
Okay, so it
Celtics.
was right. There we
Yeah,
go. It was right.
They stole Bloemfontein Celtics, but
No, they
anyways,
paid their way in. Because apparently they bought the license.
franchise. Yeah,
Okay, so it was correct. Malum said, nah?
yeah.
It was correct. Okay, shut up, Malum. You were right.
So the thing about me, right? I'm hardly phased about a lot of things. So I've probably been.
Wait, but now we're looking at the what's this at the landscape,
Uh-huh.
right? You as an individual might not be phased by those things, but at the landscape of things, that's what it's at. Because if you are seen, you kind of like you're doing the shit. You understand what I'm
Facts.
saying? It's
Facts.
like,
But
yo,
who
I'm
sees you?
I'm on this. Everybody that you have on your social media sees you.
So I'll
I don't have it just your audience. It doesn't have to be Samora seeing a switch, but all Samora's people is seeing him. And we're gonna get to something very important why I say this.
Okay, cool.
Right? Before we then go on, then tell me why your numbers are great, because I'm gonna punch you in the face with this one.
Okay.
Why is your numbers greater when you do your little thing there, your little skits? How do you convert that? Because there's a difference. Remember, now you're trying to blow up. Because remember, we spoke about in the workshop. We said,
Yeah.
like, hey, man, if you can create great content and people are attracted to you, then you can sell your music the other way. Just like TikTokers sell themselves, not like that, but I mean, like,
No Diddy.
no Diddy, but they sell the content, and then they're like, damn, what else can I do with this content?
Okay, cool. So Samora as an artist, right? I've always been not known by many, right?
Right.
But the right people have always known me. Hence, I was shocked when you said we don't get performances, because at some point I had my own band, right?
Crazy.
And my initial point with the band is to create an international band. But then I knew with me rapping, I probably won't get far, right? I had a girl who's Afrikaans who sings in Xhosa.
That's crazy.
I want to be politically correct. A gay bra who's
LGBTQ.
who's handsome as fuck. So when girls see him, they drool over him, right? And then you don't swear, ne? You don't swear at the show.
Bro, you just said handsome as fuck.
Unlucky. No Diddy, no Diddy.
What are you saying?
But that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to paint a picture here, right?
I get you, right? So you got this Afrikaans girls singing
In Xhosa.
Xhosa. You've got this LGBTQ bro. He's handsome as fuck,
Yeah.
and the girls drool over him, but he's not interested in them.
Not interested in the girls.
Right.
But then my initial thing was I want to create an international band. So we were
Right.
getting booked in a nice gig. We were getting nice gigs, right?
Right.
And initially I got to a point where two of them are currently, one is staying in Spain. One is currently staying in Greece.
Right.
They are doing music for a living.
Right.
Right. And now I got to a point where I was like, okay, cool. How do I put myself out there? Because I'm introverted, but I have to be what do you call it?
Extroverted.
Extroverted, right? So I had to find ways of putting myself out there. But now I don't have the content. I don't have
Right.
the music out there. And then fortunately, I met this Prod Warren. Shout out to Warren. He's currently my producer. He saw me perform at a platform and he's like, yo, I want to produce music for you.
Fire.
So now...
Is this where On My Knees came from?
Yeah, that's where On
Okay.
My Knees comes from.
Shout out. Check
So-
out that video. It's fire.
So Warren was like, okay, cool, I'll produce music for you. And we're currently at a process where we're creating music, right? And I've got like a bank of music now. But now I don't have music videos out there. Now, how do I get people to start noticing that there's a Samora?
Well, of course, because music videos are expensive. So the easiest way is to start doing these little skits.
Sure.
Right.
People are attracted to what I do now. Now I've got these skits going on. The music is there. I need to start shooting music videos. I need someone who knows how to handle PR because I don't know how to handle PR. Once I get all those ducks in one basket, in one row, then I can put my music out there and people will see who Samora is all about.
Right.
Yeah, but and even with my music, it's not like rap. Like I've got raps there, I've got trap there, I've got melodic music.
Okay, but now you see what you're talking about is a full like marketing strategy.
Yeah.
And this you picked up when you know from work, from Span.
No.
But I mean the way you're speaking about it is like, damn, bro.
You've
been cooking the books.
I've always been that guy.
You see, now they must ask us what happened with soccer, but anyway. All right. So I mean, like, you know, and that's why I say, you know, we've got this this influx of content creators becoming musicians, right? Or becoming artists now because like shit, I can even becoming DJs because I can make a quick buck because that's what it is for content creators. Like if I can make a quick buck here online, I'm online. You know what I mean? No disrespect, but that's just the motion of like the landscape of the economy.
Yeah.
Especially online is that people say, well, man, I've got 100,000 followers and now I can get booked. But then you get to the place and it's dry as fuck. There's no one there. So that's why, you know, we got to start speaking about conversion.
Yeah.
Like, how can you convert 100,000 views? I mean, what was the highest? I mean, saw some crazy thing like over half a bar.
Views.
Yeah.
Over 1 million.
The one hit 1 million, right?
Yeah.
On Facebook. And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And that's what, locally mostly?
Predominantly Cape Town, yeah.
Predominantly Cape Town.
Yeah.
And that means like, damn, that means that there's a market for this shit.
Yeah.
So now you got to, say, well, that's easy for you to then say, well, yo, I'm going to actually make this a YouTube thing, just like what a Joseph Derry does.
Yeah.
Right? Which is kind of like almost the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? So you just do it in Xhosa now. So you just have to take all those people and take them to YouTube.
Monetize them, yeah.
And that's money. I mean, obviously now you can monetize on Facebook. That's possible. But obviously YouTube is higher paid and it's quicker.
Yeah.
Facebook is about a long, 60,000 minutes type shit.
Yeah.
So, you know, but now the question here is, how do you convert that? How do you convert those million to just to listen to one song 1 million times?
For now, I would say promotion. Because for me, I'm not trying to sound arrogant, but I won't try and sell my stuff to a crowd that won't feed me, right? So if I can get my music to be, if I speak to a promoter or a PR agency that says, okay, cool, pay us 40K, we'll make sure that your music is played on all the radio station nationally, and you will probably get back 80,000 Rand within a month. Then I'm willing to actually make sure that my music is out there, my videos are out there.
How do you think you'll get that? Because if you know the business, you'll get paid by Samro, Capasso, then it's live gigs. So let's say if your shit's playing like really a lot on like on a radio station. So let's say not a good hope. Let's say it's like what Costa radio stations in Cape Town?
There's Radio Zibonele in Cape Town.
Zibonele, right?
Yeah.
But do they host events?
They do. They collaborate with a lot of companies like the one that I work for.
Right? Yo, what you saying? Right?
Look them up. Look them up.
I think they might just call KO real soon. Right? I think that's where they're going to go. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, they might have to do a synchronization deal over there.
You know?
You know what I mean? I was speaking to the three-face guys, three-face and C. It's like, you know, you can make music, like music for a company.
Yeah.
So, you know, like score music.
Yeah.
And people don't know there's an actual bag for that shit. Like, let's go make jingles.
Yeah.
I go make full-on jingles.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, fuck, I don't have time to do that. I'm like, yo, you know how much money is in jingles?
So if they knew, they would start doing those songs. But it's all about who you know within the companies, ne?
Right.
Who will take the music and then...
100%. But, I mean, if you got a great team, they'll go knock on those doors and say, hey, man, you might want to use this shit. Or if not, just say, you might want to think about this artist. Boom. Leave a card, or we don't use business cards anymore because we're saving the trees, right? So coming back to like your conversion of like, imagine having, 1 million hits on a Facebook freaking skit. How long is that skit?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
How long is a song?
A song like
averaging today.
Average 3 minutes, no? 3 minutes.
Averaging is 3 minutes. Let's say average radio time, right?
Yeah.
Now convert that. If you can just get people to listen, that's now you're hitting 1 million Spotify. Yeah, it's not great money, but it's certified.
rent.
Yo, it's certified.
Yeah.
That's a plaque.
Yeah.
That's a plaque. It's going inside because you see, I always, I want to like you can be so great on social media, but come outside.
Yeah.
You telling me you can't get 1 million people outside?
Nah, me currently.
But this is the thing.
I can put on a show and say, okay, cool. I've done.
Even
it
if you
actually.
got 10% of that million.
Yeah. I don't know about. I'd have to market it well because I've put on my own shows. Like,
Bro, how
one-man
much
shows.
marketing money did you spend on your skits?
0.
You feel me? You see, it's like you're going the round way, but you must spend, but you spend 0 on that skit.
But let's talk about this for the people out there so that they understand. Because also now I'm confused where we're going with this. So
my whole thing is that we've got content creators and they move, they shift.
Yeah.
But we have artists that can't shift.
Yeah.
And they can't create a return on ROI,
Yeah.
right? A return on investment on that or create. So if you got 1 million streams, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the conversion for you to make some real money? Because you can have someone who's super, super great and gets 100K hits on a Facebook status every single week, right? Now, what I'm chasing 100K views for and what you're chasing 100K views for is two different things. I'm not chasing it to put a hit song there, right? I'm chasing it because, the numbers need to peak, right? Because you want to monetize, right? Now, somebody else, I say like, yo, bro, you just put up this little thing, you hit 1 million, right? And I'm just using your example, you know?
No, it's
You
fine.
hit 1 million, but then I look at your streams, I'm like, bro, you don't even have 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
Like, how do you equate that? You know what I mean? Because you're great, you can create great content, but it's not flipping. You can't convert those people to actual customers or consumers of your music.
Look, I won't blame anyone. The blame is on me, right? If I believe that I can create good music, I should be able to get it to a point where I make sure that a lot of people can listen to
Correct.
it, right? I haven't managed to be there. Also, when you at some point I was writing like underground music, like music to talk about social ills, lot of that.
Sure.
Like that was my main content, even with my poetry, because I do poetry too. Like my poetry was always about social ills, right? And I know that there's spaces for that. But a lot of people don't want to listen to stuff like that. They want to listen to Shebe Shita. They want to they want to tweka. Shita.
Right.
So, yeah.
I mean, I just think that there's a magic that's happening with your content, and you just gotta find that thing to flip them over, right? Because once you flip them over, you rolling in the money, bro.
So
just like I mean, look at is it Kanisa from Cape Town? She was like big on TikTok. Then she say, I'm a
She from Cape
piano.
Town?
Yes.
Is she?
Then she said, I'm a piano. Boom, plaque.
Yeah, she went in. Yeah,
She went
was
in,
there.
done.
She was there. Yeah, I know, legit.
Like that's certified. You inside now.
Yeah, legit. So with me, even with TikTok, like my TikTok isn't like, it hasn't been in existence for a very long time. And when I started doing TikTok, I literally just started posting because I love creating content.
Right.
So I would create content about flowers. I'd create content about the street, the struggle, or whatever.
I feel you.
And then the whole time I had a conversation a lot with Zolani and Melvin. I was like, yo, what can be my niche?
Who's
right?
Solani and Melvin?
Should I name the company?
No. You just say your colleagues. You don't have to say.
Zolani and Melvin.
Yeah, they're standing here, but the people
they are-
don't know this
they
people in
are-
the room.
There's Zolani behind the camera and Melvin behind the camera. We work for the same company. Google it, look for it. You can change your life, my guy. I promise you.
Really? You.
Anyways.
Well, I'll send the invoice.
Send the invoice. You'll see what happened. Like this, don't change people's lives. So, with me doing that content, like it was a quick shift. Like I
Right.
just needed to find my niche, right?
Right.
Now I found my niche, ne? And now if I take that to my music, like I know that my musical aspect, I think, is broad, right? Because I did poetry, I did hip hop.
Well, I heard in the ciphers, I heard the slam poetry like jumping off.
Yeah.
I totally understood. I totally get it.
Yeah.
And of course, when you came to Joburg, people didn't carve
It
it.
didn't carve.
Yeah.
So it goes back to what I was saying. There's a time and a place for that. Right?
Correct.
Now with my music, I'm hoping, because with the pool that I'm creating, it's literally broad. There's poems there. There's social ills. There's trap. There's like soggy music for when you get dumped by your girlfriend. That
February
kind of music.
or
Yeah, but-
winter.
for winter dog. Yeah, well, there's all of that, but I'm hoping
Yeah.
when it lands, because I know the industry wants something to associate you with. Like if you go to Compton, you know how Compton rappers are.
Sure.
Like if you come to Cape Town, if someone had to fly in from America and said, I want someone who's uniquely Cape Town, who can represent Cape Town, South Africa,
Sure.
in a bigger climate, who would they think about?
Well, I mean, first one's gonna be Youngster.
Exactly. There's no one else.
He's
that
the.
they'll
I mean,
think
like, you know, the one thing, you know, you gotta realize when you go to a city, like, and this has been happening, and I'm just thinking about it because Back to the City, Benny the Butcher called out King Kid, right? Normally, it would be like a super mega Casper Questa, you know, R.I.P. But it's just to say that that's the captain of Jersey. That's the captain of Cape Town. That's the captain of Durban. You can't walk in there without putting those guys on the lineup, right? And it was just different to see, like, yo, they took a young'un.
Nana is fire.
Like, they took a young'un that just came. That's
that brew.
yeah.
That brew. Shout out to you for bringing that brew.
You know what I mean? I mean, like, he already put himself on.
But no, the thing is, when I first saw him, like when I see an artist and I Google them, I want to see what they're doing. Sorry. Like when I saw them on your show, I was like, yeah, this guy is fire. I need to listen to more of his music.
Right. I mean, like, but that's the first time we had witnessed that, right? Benny the Butcher comes and puts a young'un on. Like the kid doesn't have any gold shit selling. He's not on big shows. This was his biggest show, right? And an international comes and said, we want this brew. Because why? His other brews co-signed from Kada.
Oh.
Abawala Timberland. And then Benny's like, okay, let's get this brew because now everyone's tripping on this shit. But Kanti, when he gets there, is like, actually, shit. There's other brews. Well, shit, I wasn't in town. I had to go do some presidential shit.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, from what I saw, it's amazing to see because you're not seeing a Questa or a Casper come on and do the show.
Yeah.
Because when we had Kanti, who's that brew? Veggies.
Vegeta.
No, Veggies that did the song with Casper. Right? Cassie Veggies. He did a song with Casper, and they called up Casper to be the main brew, right? Because he was relevant at the time. So they're looking for people who are relevant in your city. Just like if you go to the UK, who are you going to call first? Calling Central. Calling Central C first. You don't know who he is?
I'm calling Stormzy, dog.
Nah, you calling Central, bro.
I'm
You
calling me personally.
You calling
Me.
you calling
Me, I'm
Central.
calling Stormzy.
I'm calling Central, bro. I'm calling
He
Central.
is hot, but Stormzy, bro.
Go look at the UK drill charts or go look at the playlist on Spotify. Number one guy there is Central. Storms is an OG. Storms is OG. Hey, yo, are y'all having the damn podcast or we having the podcast?
Okay,
Damn.
cool. So, okay, if I were to say, okay, cool, I'm an event organizer and I want to do a one-man show. Okay, let me ask
Right.
you. You want to do a one-man show in the UK and you can only choose one person that you know will guarantee you a sold-out show.
I might even go for Nems. Nems, but I'll go for Central.
Okay.
I'll go for Central.
No,
But
I'll take the L.
But Nems is there.
Yeah,
Nems
yeah.
is there, but Central. Because I'm tapped in there. I'm listening to that shit, right? Because fucking, what's Zig is on that damn playlist too.
Shit.
On the UK drill playlist, is there.
No.
For Honda, he's there.
Ziggy, nah, shout out to Ziggy.
He crossed the gap
Yeah,
and
no, Ziggy.
he's the only guy to do it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he's the one.
So, I mean, like, and that's going to be he's like the new captain now,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's a good thing to see that youngers are coming up and claiming their spot,
But-
right?
but-
So let's get back now. We're drifting now, you see? Samora Magwa, right? I know you're also into fashion, into that game. I'm surprised you're not wearing. Oh, you came from a corporate meeting, so I understand. And you got to go do activation right now. So shout out for you for coming through, though. And of course, you coming to, and obviously, once again, going back to, doing Shoot Your Shot in Cape Town, just winning the cypher, then coming to Jersey, and then also, we're doing the cypher there again. Once again, you realize that there is still a big barrier in language, even though there are black people there, they're not carving the Xhosa way.
Yeah.
They're missing it.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, your guys are not. And then once again, the biggest South African song. If we say African, then we'd have to compare Philly Kuta with Mary Makeba. You understand? Then it's like, yo, what those songs that are out there is like the click song. Like, yo, that's big. When you know what I mean? Don't worry, we don't have load shedding. We're online. So you know what I mean? So those kind of things, and it's like, what do you think needs to change in order to create that? I mean, obviously, K Kid is already up there. She's doing a business. She's also, bringing those small little things for the X-Men. You understand? And I mean, who else? Who else from Cape Town is representing? Obviously, we've got Young, we've got Ziggy.
Not Cape
Anat
Town.
is from Eastern Cape.
He's from the Eastern Cape, but
right?
he's a Xhosa.
Yeah, it's a Xhosa brew.
Yeah,
but he also had to find his lane.
Yeah.
And when it did, it just fucking shook everybody.
Yeah. MT is also a Xhosa brew, but yeah, he doesn't rap Xhosa. But
Really, is he?
Yeah, he's Xhosa.
That's crazy.
So for me, the most important thing, I think, if because predominantly a lot of Xhosas are in the Western Cape and the Eastern Cape, right? If we can get to a point where we can monetize on the culture itself, the craft itself, right? We would get to a point where I personally feel like a lot of people who are ahead, I'm not saying that everyone is doing this, I personally feel like the people who are ahead don't want to let the other people have the knowledge of how they got there, because the pool is too small. There's a reason why there was a youngster for the longest of time, and only youngster. Yeah?
Right.
Because he wants people to have that perception that I have, that if I come from America and I want someone who sounds uniquely South African, Cape Townian, I'm the only person that you guys can go to. So Cape Town has always had that thing, like even with the Xhosa rappers, it was Dremanskap and Kanye Mavi only.
Right.
Who rapped Xhosa.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that for a long time. Right.
Until, unfortunately, their name wasn't as relevant as it used to
Correct.
be.
Then we got Ifani.
And then we had Ifani, and still the same thing. And then it was the biggest one after them. It was like D Koala.
Flash.
Flash is like recent, because Flash was signed by MT.
Right.
So we knew Flash Ikumkani through MT Records, right? But then it was D Koala, and then after D Koala, then there was this culture now, or this group, this entity where there was your Bravo Leroux, your Soul T, your Holy Alpha. Then through their own problems, you could see that there's tension there, right?
I feel you, but we're not here to talk about that, but I get you.
My thing is, with Cape Town, there isn't really a solid industry. Like, I know with friends of mine in Joburg, if they say, bro, I don't have money to pay you, but do you mind coming through in a bus? Maybe I'll give you 1,000 rand nyana there, but I'm doing this thing, it's out of my own pocket, but I want this thing to happen. So now there's an exchange of value, right? Correct. We know that there's value behind what we're doing. But with Cape Town, it's like, okay, cool, my nigga, I'll put you on my poster, you put me on your poster kind of vibe. There's no like business structure, and people don't want to attend workshops like the ones that you're hosting, so they don't have the knowledge that they are seeking. But when you see them at shows, there's this element of arrogance, and for me, because I'm an introvert, I don't care if they know me or not.
Sure.
I know the strings that I can pull in order to make sure that their thing happen. But if I were to get a hold of that resource and actually make sure that my dream is a success, maybe I'll get to a point where when I'm in Joburg, I make sure that people don't get access to the pool that I had.
So there's still a lot of shit going on out here, huh?
A lot of shit happening.
All right, so when can we expect the first EP? Obviously, you dropped On My Knees. That got dropped 3 months ago. Fire video. You directed yourself?
I directed it alongside a close friend of mine called Vian Strauss. Shout out to Vian.
You were putting your heart and soul into that. I was watching. I was like, okay, man's pushing.
Like I shot the video for 3 days full.
Right.
For like, we shot 2 days in a weekend, and then we shot the last episode the other Sunday. But like I put my heart
there's
and soul.
concept, which is great, which is
so
dope.
There's a concept, and everything I do is intentional. Like I always do things intentionally, and by God willing, I hope the project can land in Feb, because I just
looking forward to that.
Appreciate it.
But before we get there, we're gonna break it down a little bit. We don't have the music here, but we're just gonna say a cappella way. before we close off the show, just give us there a little something, nyana there, so we can at least say, nah, we're online with Samora Magwa. Make sure you check him out. Make sure you check out On My Knees. It's on YouTube right now. Dope video. So when you're ready, let's get it.
Yo, luister gauw. Ik praat die Isha, get a lekker flow. This is how I go in the flow. Now let me take it slow. Forgot that I'm a Mason. Who order new world domination now I'm facing? All these other crazy segregations. My own lines come underground, my basement. I spit though like a schizo. My ish blowing it like I'm a heat though. The beat so flying jenge papatane. Shisa pezwe my kun busy stagas ka satana said the beat so flying jenge papatane. Shisa pezwe my kun busy stagas ka satana sleep.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Just stop like
That's
that.
it.
I'm still inside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. That's what I want. You must look for Samora Magwa in order for you to find some more. Yabo. So Samora Magwa everywhere. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok,
At work.
YouTube, work. Work?
No.
Away.
Give us another one, bro, because I saw you saying now English, Xhosa, and Afrikaans.
Okay.
Come, give us.
You wanna Kosa one?
Nah, just give us, bro. Give us what you think is hard, bro. But you guys are coming in with like 12s. We want the whole thing. Give us the long one there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
You see now, slam poets.
See, I've got this lyrical skill. Nafika kwatata not easy to get a new deal. My circle of words is so ill and I hated the fact that I'm breaking you windows for bill. No hustle for wheels, true hustle for real. Now praying to God that I will. Succeed in my life and I hated the fact that I'm breaking your windows and looking to kill. What's with the attitude? And I'm like, look at the bad dude. I'm keeping them glued. I'm like who Shakespeare with my lyrical food. Imvaba nemvaba uzulinga uzukhwelelo ntaba uzofika unentshaba abantu baninzi bathetha kakhulu kwedini uzuthula uzuziphathe kweqaba. My lyrical lessons, no lyrical nonsense, nizi nonsense, nithetha kakhulu ngabantu niphinde nirap and nonsense. Igqirha lalo mculo. Imphula nomphefumulo, you keep on yapping instead of sikhule sigule kukhule lo mculo sleep.
Sleep. Come on now. Yee. Say what? Huh? I know that's one of your favorite verses.
It is.
Because he came to the battle with that one too.
I came with that verse in the battle. Joburg people are like, what is this one saying now?
Yeah, you only got it right at the money cipher.
Eish.
Well. Then Thomas fucking Xavier said, "Fuck you, my bro."
Respect to the bro. Respect to the bro. He had no respect for me. Yeah?
All right, Mr. Magwa, our time has come to an end. Thank you so much once again for pulling up. Thank you so much for just coming through and just supporting the homie. I appreciate you and just sharing the love and obviously when you get the coins, that's right. My man's came through for us. You know what I mean?
Nah, legit.
Bro. So we're looking forward to your project. Have you got a name for it just yet?
Uzingi.
Uzingi.
So Uzingi is my brother who RIP to Uzingi. He passed away
Shout out.
2019, the 25th of December, Christmas Day.
Nice.
So that because it's my first project, I feel like I'll pay homage to him. There's a lot of skits that I've put in the project that will actually make sure that his life is
Lives
brought back
on,
to
right?
life. Yeah,
I feel
so,
you. That's
I've
such a
named it
beautiful
Uzingi.
thing, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate you. That's a beautiful thing, and we salute you. Can't wait to hear it. Yo, check out the brand new joint videos out. It's called On My Knees. And On My Knees, shlang, and then come with the Xhosa, then you say with the Afrikaans, and then you just be nice with the English. Right? So, yo, that's another one from me, your boy DJ Switch. If you don't know, now you know, with Samora Magwa. And just like that, Booyaka Show, we out. Shout out to Roxy Woodstock.